Welcome to Peace in the Valley, where adventure starts at home.
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I am standing here because we're going to do something that's probably pretty important, and that is we're going to prune some trees. When we prune the trees, we're disciplining them to grow the way that we want them to grow, the same way that we want to do that with children. We want to prune and train these trees. And there's multiple reasons why you might want to do that. Right here we have a walnut, and one, you can make it easier to mow around, but in the instance of like fruit trees, you might want to do it, you would want to do it to keep them shorter or to produce more fruit. When you trim off the places that aren't producing, you actually produce more other places because there's only so much nutrients to go around. You want to direct that nutrients to the place where you want it. You want to shape that tree, you want to get it to where you want. So in my case right now, I'm going to do it because I want to get these in the way I want them, so when I mow, I'm not hitting my head. That's one of the reasons. Here's a walnut. Some people despise walnuts. I actually kind of like them. The wood is really nice. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start pruning. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel right here at Peace in the Valley. We appreciate it when we can get the word out and show people some different things. But I'm going to take a chance. I'm actually going to trim this tree right down here because I don't care for this branch. And here I'm going to trim this one off and this small one. And what's going to happen is that's going to cause it to grow higher. And we've done this before on other trees, and it's worked quite well. It's helped them to grow significantly more. Over here you can see this bald cypress, and it really has grown well. It's actually a very nice looking tree now. Several years ago it was very small. It took a long time for it to take off. We started trimming it off down here. Makes a great shade tree now, and it grows much faster. We're going to do the same thing over here. One of the tools one of my favorite tools that's actually helped me get to this point is my Dewalt Sawzall. I think they call it it's not called a Sawzall because that's a brand, but it's a Dewalt version of it that's cordless, and it makes it so much easier to trim these trees. In this case, I want these trees to grow up and grow taller rather than growing out and bushy. I think these two peach trees right here, I think it's time for them to go. They just are not doing well. It's time to get them replaced. Their lifespan, it's time to get rid of them. Here's a tree right here that just needs to be gone. It's killing the foundation or destroying the foundation. If we can get it. The rest of it's on the neighbor's property, so. Even little trees need pruned. And you can see down here we've got this little black locust. Some people do not like black locusts, but I do like them. I like them a lot. They've got thorns on them, and I think there's nothing wrong with some thorns. We're going to look down here and see what we got. Black locust is an interesting tree because they grow so fast. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it or not. But down below, down here, we actually have two different trees, not just one. So we're going to cut the one off. We're going to cut off the one because right now they're competing for nutrients, and I do not want them competing for nutrients. I don't have my knife with me, but we're going to come back and we're going to trim off this one. It's not, well, okay. And we're going to trim off some of the branches here. Let's see. I think I might need to get a stake on here to help it as it grows up. I do want to trim some of this back so we can start building the body of the trunk itself. I don't have my trimmers with me, and I don't want to use the trimmer for that. Okay, we'll go on to the next one for right now. We have a dead branch right up here that needs to come out. This tree needs to be trimmed also. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like a big section has broken off and is dead. These kind of trees are messy, but they do provide a lot of shade. So if we look back up there, we've got to get a ladder and get some of that out. I'm going to trim off some of this lower hanging branches here. Angel worked on trimming this lilac tree, and it still has some work to do. They start sprouting up from the ground. And you got to keep taking care of them, or they just get out of control. think this other part I may just mow off. It's just green. Okay, so that's where we're at with that one. And a lot of times if you don't cut down these trees, like here, see if we can get this one in, they can destroy the foundations of your buildings. They just can be a big mess. This is, I'm not sure what this power line is. Somebody put it in years ago, and I think it's actually on the neighbor's side of the property, but I definitely don't want to hit it. So many of these weed trees grow up like mulberries. But one thing about it, if they are a little bit bigger, sometimes you can make great walking sticks with them. Make sure if you're doing something like this, you wear gloves, because otherwise you will get something. And whether that is blisters or whether that might be poison ivy, make sure you wear gloves. Now this one here is on the neighbor's property, but we're gonna trim the part where we mow, just so it's not hitting people. It's another one of those lilac bushes that turns into a weed. Lilac tree or lilac bush. We just had one right there. It fell out of it fell from a storm.
Do you have an extension ladder?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
Sure. I'm not sure if it's good enough, but that's all.
I'm trying to fix the antenna on the roof. They thought they could reach it with the pad. They're trying to reach under the eave, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna fall off.
Mulberry tree is just covered in berries right now. If you have anything underneath here, it's going to be stained. So we're going to trim back some of this tree. I don't even care for it. It's a weed tree. But it's good for shade. You just got to make sure you keep trimming it. Mulberries can seem to go anywhere. I don't have a ladder to get high enough, so we're just going to pull some of the branches down and trim them off. That's the way to get fresh fruit down, that's for sure. Just start shaking them with the trimmer. You want to know a great way to pick mulberries?
Take it.
Just put this up here and start cutting. And they usually just start falling.
Oh, now I got mulberry on my shoulder. I was waiting on my timer to go off.
Yeah.
Hop.
Okay, that makes it a little better to mow under. Makes it look a little more managed since I don't really have a ladder. Well, I do, but I didn't get it out. I'm gonna trim this tree up a little bit. This little Black Locust. It's actually doing great. Black Locust is a very hardy tree, and a year ago I wasn't even sure if this was going to make it because rabbits just kept eating it off. It's got nice thorns on it. Keep people from climbing it. Okay. Now, hopefully that'll send a little more energy to its roots and its growth rather than to the outer leaves. Still got mulberries falling off of me. Okay. This one here, same. I'm not sure what kind of tree this is. We actually thought it was going to be lost several years ago because of a storm. It split off about right there on the trunk, and it just split in half from a storm. But it's kind of a messy tree. But it still provides shade. And it's done a lot. Since we started trimming it, the trunk has gotten a lot better and a lot stronger. And it has actually come out of, we thought we were just gonna have to cut the whole thing down when it split. But it's actually doing much better now. This tree is leaning because of the 2012 derecho that went through. We actually thought we were going to lose the whole thing because we had another one just like it that we did lose. It completely uprooted. This one just kind of bent over. Okay, well that is it for our trimming of the trees for right now. I'm sure we'll do some more later on things we missed, but it sure makes a difference. Now we're going to go collect them all. Have a great day.